Hello everyone, my name is Tolu Adisa and you're welcome to my vlog Evolve. Is it possible to love someone and yet be constantly rude to them or just be unkind with our words to them, say things that constantly put them down and make them feel like they're less of a human being? Years ago, I used to be really rude to my elder sister. We argued a lot, we fought a lot, we abused each other a lot. I with my words to her and she with her hands on my body. Ouch, really painful memories. But as I grew in God's love and I realized how to love people more, I realized that you don't say things that hurt people when you love them. Love and harsh words, unkind words, they don't mix. Today, my sister and I are the best of sisters. We talk every day. We are the best of friends because we changed the way we spoke to each other. So how do you speak to people? Do you speak in a way that is nice or do you speak in a way that is hurtful to them? One of the easiest ways to show people that you care about them is by the way you speak to them. One of the easiest ways as well to show people that you despise them or don't really like them is by the way you speak to them as well. Today, I'd like to share with us 4 ways that God has been helping me as I deal with people, as I try to love people more. So the first thing is love isn't rude. And I'd like to take my first quote today from 1 Corinthians 13:5. It says, love isn't rude. It doesn't demand its own way. It's not irritable. God help me with that. I get so irritable sometimes. And it keeps no wrong or it keeps no record of being wronged. So, it doesn't really give a clause. It doesn't say if you are older, then you can be rude. It doesn't say if you are upset, you can be rude. It doesn't say if you had a bad day, then you can be rude. It doesn't give any clauses. There are no conditions. It just says do not be rude. It just says love isn't rude. So how do you speak to people? Are you rude to people that you're supposed to care about? Are you rude to your parents? Are you rude to your siblings, people you work with, people in your everyday life? I think we might need to check that. If we're supposed to be living in love, then we might really need to check that. The second thing is that love covers people. It doesn't expose their weaknesses. I have a friend, every time he's offended at someone or every time someone, offends him, he doesn't, no matter how upset he doesn't let me know who this person that has offended him is because he's trying to protect that person. And I think it's something we could all, imitate. This, my friend, he covers people, and it's such a fantastic trait. Love doesn't expose people's weaknesses. When you love someone, you don't go about exposing their weaknesses to third parties, people that might use it, sometime later to hurt them or to make them feel bad. An example, Samson and Delilah from the Bible. Samson thought he was in a loving relationship with Delilah. He let her in on his, secret, his weaknesses, and she used it against him. She told people that used it against him, and inevitably it led to the destruction of Samson. So don't go about telling people you're supposed to care about. Don't go about exposing their weaknesses to third parties. Similar to the last point is the third one. Guys, we do this a lot. When you love people, you don't gossip. You don't gossip about them. Look, I'm not totally there yet. I am not. I am not. But we can do better. It's hurtful when you get gossiped about. Gossip is unrestrained, unconfirmed. You don't know if it's true or not. Unkind, idle chatter about someone else's private life. I think we can all do a bit better by not gossiping. If you have an issue with someone, I think you can always approach that person directly. Talk to the person about the issue. You don't have to talk to different people. You don't have to talk to several other people about this issue you had, because then the issue no longer becomes the issue. Now the person has become the issue. So it's not a nice thing, to gossip about other people, to talk to different, like 10 people about something someone did. That you're no longer talking about the issue. The person has become the issue, and that's not very nice. I think one of my favorite quotes that describes this or explains this better is a quote by John Tillotson. John Tillotson says, he says, "A good word is an easy obligation, but not to speak ill requires only our silence, which costs us nothing." It doesn't cost you anything to keep quiet. When you're in a gathering or you're in a place where people are talking about other people, it doesn't cost you anything. Just keep quiet, and you don't have said anything you shouldn't have said in the first place. The fourth thing is that love doesn't criticize to put down. As I said, I'm still work in progress. I haven't gotten all of these things I'm sharing with you on lockdown yet, but I'm trying my very best, hence evolving. But every now and then, yes, you have to give some tough love to people that you love, that you care about. When we're doing this, we should keep in mind that we're not doing it to put them down. We're doing it so that they don't go down. We care about them. We want to see them live better lives. And so we're giving them this tough love, not to put them down. We're criticizing them, not to put them down, as it were, but to help them become better people. There's a quote by Alice D. Miller, and I'd like to share that with us also. It says, "If it is very painful for you to criticize your friends, you are safe doing it. But if you take the slightest pleasure in it, then it's time to hold your tongue." So if it's very painful to criticize your friends, you are safe doing it. You're doing the right thing. It means your heart is in the right place. But if you take the slightest pleasure in it, then it's time to hold your tongue, because you're no longer doing it for good reasons. You're no longer doing it for good intentions. You're now taking some pleasure from putting them down. The second quote I also like to give at this point that helps me just shed a bit more light on what I'm trying to say is a quote by Lawrence J. Peter. It says, "You can always tell a real friend when you've made a fool of yourself. He doesn't think you have done a permanent job." A couple of times I've been in situations where I thought it was really bad. I just thought I messed up a lot. Well, I talk to my friends, and especially my husband. I'll talk to my husband. You're like, "No, that you did well," and everything. And I understand that it's good to, let's not put our friends down. Let's not, when they feel bad about themselves, or let's not make them feel like that they're completely done. Instead, let's lift them up. So just to recap, when you love people, it's the season of love. When you love people, you're not rude to them. You don't share their weaknesses with other people. You don't gossip about them, and you don't put them down. So if you have enjoyed watching this video, I'd like you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and like this video, or you can follow me on my other social media handles. So till I see you next time, keep changing, keep getting better, keep evolving.